This is the Wrestling Old Head. You have entered the portal of pro wrestling.
What the world is watching.
March 1st, 2025, WWE Elimination Chamber comes to you from the Rogers Center, formerly the Sky Dome in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And as I'm reading this, I feel like it's the first WWE event to be held there since WrestleMania X8. And if you remember X8, it was Rock against Hulk Hogan. One of the bigger WrestleManias that we ever seen. Steve Austin and Scott Hall. One of my favorites, Rob Van Dam and William Regal. That was a pretty underrated match at that time. And Triple H defeating Chris Jericho. They tried to top Icon versus Icon, but that was a really hard feat to do. So now they're going to be coming to you live for Elimination Chamber. 4 matches that are scheduled right now. I don't envision there being any more, and I'm going to keep it 1,000 with you. Some of my predictions are going to be a little controversial. Some of them are going to be out there. I'm going to elaborate as best I can, but don't get mad at me because none of you guys have balls. None of you guys are willing to take the risk that the Wrestling Old Head is going to take in giving you his predictions. And hey, as I've said before, these are not even going to be predictions. These are going to be spoilers. So let's break it on down like a shotgun.
None of you have any balls!
In a tag team match, you have Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus going against Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. I first figured that Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus were going to team about a year ago towards Money in the Bank. I didn't know if they were going to team or if they were going to have a match. So that was teased a while ago. It seemed like they put that in the back burner, and it looks like we're revisiting that with Trish Stratus coming to the aid of Tiffany Stratton on a number of occasions. Tiffany Stratton, this is an opportunity for her to really make a name for herself, for her to really big up the NIL program for the WWE, for the LFG show that they have on A&E. This is an opportunity for the WWE to put Tiffany Stratton on the walls for these young guys and gals that are coming into the Performance Center, to show them this is an opportunity. You can be on Tiffy time. You can have your name in the marquee for WrestleMania, and it's possible. The meteoric rise of Tiffany Stratton is one that's going to be talked about for years to come, but hopefully they do her well and her justice. And I've heard a lot of people say she looks really, really nervous out there. And it's true. She does. But this is a huge, momentous opportunity. And I believe she has the talent to knock this out of the park. She just needs to be calm and patient. And she's got a great dancing partner in Charlotte Flair, in my opinion. Say what you will about Charlotte Flair. She is a consummate professional. She's going to do a good job. So on to the tag match. Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus, they're coming out of this with a victory here. I mean, this is a foregone conclusion. You guys should know this by now. You know this kind of booking. Trish Stratus, hometown hero. Tiffany Stratton, she needs the win going into WrestleMania. And Nia Jax has been punking Tiffany Stratton out for weeks. They get their revenge. Tiffany Stratton gets her revenge, and they go on to win. That's my guess. Going in for that. Now, for the women's Elimination Chamber, you've got 6 participants. You've got Roxanne Perez, Naomi, Bayley, Alexa Bliss, Bianca Belair, and Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez are going to win the WWE Tag Team titles on WWE Raw. They're going to beat Bianca and Naomi. That is my guess. I'm going with that. They want to get the titles off of Bianca Belair and Naomi for whatever's around the corner, whether it be that Jade Cargill faked her injury, which I really don't see that happening, but I've seen some things that have insinuated that. I don't think that's possible at all because she was really beat the fuck up on SmackDown. I don't see her faking that. Although I do understand where these people that are coming up with these theories are coming from, because Jade Cargill, in my opinion, is a way better face a way better heel than she is a face, actually. And I know that that's, something that a lot of people would rather have than Bianca or Naomi as a heel. I personally can't see Naomi as a heel. I can see Bianca Belair as a heel. Roxanne Perez and Bayley, they seem like they're going to be, having some kind of an interaction here. Alexa Bliss, she's she got one of the biggest return pops in professional wrestling in a while at the Royal Rumble. I don't know if they're going to put her with Io Sky or Rhea Ripley that soon after that. If Io Sky defeats Rhea Ripley, then I can see like Liv Morgan. I can see even Roxanne Perez, honestly, because that would be a phenomenal match. Roxanne Perez and Io Sky for the Women's Championship. Great match there. As it stands, I don't think they're going to get the title off of Rhea Ripley without a plan on the other side for her. She doesn't have a dancing partner to go against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez after they win the tag titles. I don't know why you would remove Rhea Ripley from the title picture at WrestleMania while she's the champion, to just have her drop it to Io Sky on a Raw and then have her work some undercard match. Like, I just don't see that happening. So knowing that that is the logical route to take for WrestleMania, to play it in that way, I can only see, given the list of superstars here, Bianca Belair coming out victorious. She is the only women's wrestler here, aside from Liv Morgan, which I don't know why they would want to revisit that after they spent a majority of 2024 with Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. Why they would want to revisit that for WrestleMania, although I can understand why they would want that as a WrestleMania match, and if they go in that direction, I am not going to protest, okay? I know a lot of people will. So Bianca Belair is a fresh blockbuster matchup. They had teased a little bit of dissension between Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley during War Games. So Bianca Belair going heel, getting chased by Jade Cargill. I like that. And then I like Bianca Belair challenging Rhea Ripley. It threads a bunch of women's storylines together. It gives everybody something. It gives a little intrigue to the women's division, especially on Raw. They can put some great stories out with that. So I am going with Bianca Belair. It makes sense. However, if they go the Liv Morgan route, hey, I wouldn't be shocked. In an unsanctioned match, Sami Zayn battles Kevin Owens. And I've been wrestling with this a lot because Sami Zayn, I can really see getting a victory here. He needs the win going into WrestleMania. Kevin Owens, however, also needs the win because he got destroyed by Cody Rhodes at the last PLE. So, and maybe this doesn't end necessarily. Maybe there is no victor. Okay? The only hopes that I have for this match is that Karrion Kross is somehow involved. I really believe Karrion Kross needs to be involved, whether he tries to talk to Kevin Owens or walks out of Kevin Owens' locker room, or he tries to give Sami Zayn a little pep talk before Sami Zayn goes out there. I would also like them to do a little bit of the the Boiler Room Brawl from the Gund Arena in Cleveland, Ohio, from the SummerSlam 1996 where The Undertaker battled Mankind. I would love to see something like that happen for Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. I think this is an opportunity for them to really get back into their cinematic pocket and do some backstage stuff or some stuff outside of the arena, really go crazy with it and eventually lead it all into the ring. They can do something interesting with that, and I would love to see them go that route. It's been a while since we've seen a WWE cinematic match. This would be an awesome opportunity for them to capitalize on that, even if they did it at Sami Zayn's home. I mean, they are in Canada here, okay? And then there was a car chase, and they went Hollywood Backlot Brawl from Goldust and Roddy Piper. I know that might be a little too much, but you can thread that car chase throughout the show. And, you know, they have a lot of room here. You know, I mean, it doesn't seem like they have a specific time limit of when they're going to run their PLEs. So they can really, they can utilize this time well. And I think for Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens in the story, they need more than just getting in the ring and beating the shit out of each other. I think that it's warranted. This is like their magnum opus. Okay, so this is going to be the biggest that they can get. It can't get bigger than them wrestling at the former Sky Dome in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, their backyard, their hometown, and culminating this feud that they've had since they've been in the business. And I don't even know if culminate is the right word, because I really don't see it ending here. This could be forever for these guys. But another thing that I really hope to see is that Randy Orton gets involved. I don't want this to be some overbooked mess. And I know by mentioning Karrion Kross and Randy Orton, that's kind of an overbooked mess here. But hear me out. I think that we are getting Kevin Owens and Randy Orton at WrestleMania. We don't have a lot of time to build that up. I would love to see Kevin Owens get hit with the punt kick. Because, Kevin Owens has been going for the package pile driver. He put out Randy Orton for months with that package pile driver. Randy Orton's punt kick has been known to put out many a superstar and even some non-superstars. If you know, you know. So this would be a nice opportunity to bring Randy Orton back to attack Kevin Owens and get a measure of revenge using that dangerous punt kick. Canada's going to explode when that happens, and I'm sure they're going to want to sing along to his theme song if and when he does make that return. As far as my prediction goes, God, I gotta go with Kevin Owens here. The reason why I see there's more story in Sami Zayn losing is that now Karrion Kross can get deeper into his mind, to incept his brain, to really start to get psychological warfare and really try to mess with Sami Zayn while he's down. Kevin Owens has a little bit of momentum going into his match with Randy Orton at WrestleMania 41, if and when that does happen. And I think there's something there for that. So I would say Kevin Owens wins. If Sami Zayn wins, I'm not going to cry about it. I think that's great for Sami Zayn going into WrestleMania, and then it also presents an option to where Karrion Kross could probably beat Sami Zayn at WrestleMania, which I wouldn't be mad at that in the slightest. I'm looking for Karrion Kross to have a banger year. I want him to have a standout year in the WWE, and I think this is his year, and so that would be a good opportunity for him to beat Sami Zayn, who comes off of a win in an unsanctioned match at Elimination Chamber. So I am going to go with Kevin Owens. Asterisk on that, because I feel like it might even be like a non-factor here. I don't know if we're actually going to get a victor. I don't know if we need to get a victor. I think Randy Orton punt kicking Kevin Owens and Karrion Kross maybe laying out Sami Zayn, and they both get stretchered out or something. I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen? But yeah, I'll go for Kevin Owens for now, just because I need to have a prediction there for that. And now, finally, for the undisputed WWE Championship, for an ability to challenge for the undisputed WWE Championship at WrestleMania 41, the Elimination Chamber men's, John Cena, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, Damian Priest, and Seth Franklin Rollins. This is a star-studded Elimination Chamber, and everybody and their mother has pretty much written off everyone except for John Cena and CM Punk. It has only come down to John Cena and CM Punk. Where they go with this Cody Rhodes and Rock ultimatum that The Rock has given Cody Rhodes to give his soul up for the lifestyle that he's always dreamed of, for his family to be taken care of, the whole corporate spiel, whatever Cody decides to do, whether he decides to join The Rock or whether he hits him with that Ultimate Warrior at the build-up for WrestleMania 7, no. Regardless of where he goes with that, we're going to see him in the ring with either a fan favorite of John Cena, a fan favorite of CM Punk. So that lends credence to Cody Rhodes at least entertaining a dark side building up to WrestleMania. He has no friends. He's paranoid. Maybe he decides to join up with The Rock, and then he realizes that that's not for him. Maybe this is a moment where he drinks the Kool-Aid for a little bit and he entertains it. I mean, he's having a good time, and maybe this is the route that he goes on. He starts to have a 5 o'clock shadow. He starts to darken his hair a little bit, and he really leans into that American nightmare. So if that is the case, John Cena coming out as an old legend that's on his way out of the company to try to rile Cody Rhodes back into realizing that the people need him and he needs the people, that could be a great story. Also, CM Punk, on the same token, trying to wake Cody up from his stupor, from his slumber of being hypnotized by The Rock, to revisit that storyline with The Rock, but to also try to help a friend out who's losing his way. That is another great story. A lot of intrigue, a lot of emotion. Could be a great story going into WrestleMania 41. Do I believe any of those things are going to happen? Absolutely not. And that's why, for my prediction, I'm going with Drew McIntyre. 2 years in a row. Last year at Elimination Chamber 2024, he won the Elimination Chamber to go into WrestleMania to face Seth Rollins. I believe he's going to win the Elimination Chamber 2 years in a row, break that record, and he is going to WrestleMania to face Cody Rhodes. I don't think anybody is expecting that. I think it's going to shock the world. If anybody deserves it, though, it is Drew McIntyre. He took that loss to Jimmy Uso for a reason. And I believe if you pay attention to the WWE story arc here, they're setting Jimmy Uso up for his Money in the Bank win so he can have the briefcase. And there's a little paranoia between Jimmy and Jay there. Is Jimmy going to cash in on Jay? No yeet versus yeet. So they can play with that. But they can also play with the fact that Drew McIntyre is walking around with a Jimmy Uso loss, and there's a story involved in there. I believe Drew McIntyre as corporate champion for The Rock has a lot of legs and can be a great way to go through the rest of the year with all of these threaded storylines. Drew McIntyre and CM Punk and Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre teaming with The Rock to go against CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. John Cena being involved at times to try to come in and be the angel on the shoulder for Cody Rhodes to try to help out, but then there's animosity between CM Punk and John Cena. John Cena battling with Logan Paul at WrestleMania. I think there's so much that you can look forward to if you put Drew McIntyre in that stance. Now, a lot of people are wondering, well, what's going to happen to LA Knight? What's going to happen to Damian Priest? They got stuff that they could work with. I think there's a lot there for both of those individuals. They do not need that match with Drew McIntyre, but Drew McIntyre needs that match with Cody Rhodes. And maybe for night one, they do something with The Rock and Drew McIntyre against Cody Rhodes and CM Punk, or Cody Rhodes and John Cena. So John Cena and The Rock are in the ring again. I really think, and then you also can tie in Roman Reigns here as well. You can tie in Seth Rollins. You can tie in Jey Uso. So much backstory that could be threaded into this idea. Is it possible this is going to happen? I do not believe that it's 100% guaranteed that this is going to happen, but I am taking this risk because all year the WWE has gone with what we think is going to happen and shocked us and went a different route. And I don't believe that they're done doing that just yet. I think they are trying to throw us off the scent. They're trying to throw us off our path. And I believe that a lot of people have just written off that it's either CM Punk or John Cena, but so many people are confused. And I think they tried to throw us off with Jimmy Uso beating Drew McIntyre on SmackDown the same way they tried to throw us off by having Jey Uso against Gunther on Saturday night's main event. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. That's who I'm going with. Drew McIntyre. Fight me, guys. Bring it on. None of you guys have balls. You know what I'm saying? So that's my guess. I'm sticking to it. You guys let me know what your predictions are for the Elimination Chamber coming up March 1st, 2025. You guys let me know in the comments. Thumbs up on the way out. And remember, hit that notifications bell because that is the only way that you're going to find out when I drop videos. I don't drop videos on a time schedule. I do it when I get the feeling, when my meds are kicking in, when I'm off my rocker, when I come out of the portal from the past, the present, and the future, the portal of pro wrestling. So you never know when I'm going to drop this hotness. So stay tuned as always for more, and I'll see you when I see you.